I watched some of your tweets. I don't know if you've announced this or not. I don't know if you've joined APAC. I don't know if you are, if you are an advisor for them. Let me read some of these tweets. Muslims aren't the problem. The open borders and motherfuckers and the media attacking nationalism, pushing DEI, transgenderism, and destroying moral values are the problem. August 4th. If you don't put America first as a U.S. politician, you are committing treason. Supporting Israel is bad for America. Netanyahu is a convicted war criminal, and Israel is not our ally. We fought way too many wars for Israel, and we certainly don't need to give them any more money. July 25th. These idiots have ruined movies. Everything they put out is literally propaganda. And then all of a sudden, we got scripture here. For what shall it profit? For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Is this recent comments you're making about Israel a recent thing, or have you always had these beliefs?
It's more recent. I didn't really realize what a problem it was until recently, and then everybody was scared to say something about it. My brother told me, you can't say anything about it. They'll fucking kill you. Like, everybody basically said that I couldn't say anything about it. And actually now they're literally trying to kick me off the board of my company because of those tweets. So, shit. Yeah, I've definitely had a lot of negative pushback, a lot of my Jewish friends. But I don't give a fuck. It's one of those things where I know that it's the right thing.
Ultimately, I think that's what I like about Dan. He just doesn't give a fuck. And that's the way people need to be now. Stop giving a fuck.
And the fact that everybody else is scared to say it makes me, feel obligated to be vocal about it.
Why do you think it's the right thing?
Because I know that they're a fucking parasite. They provide the U.S. absolutely no value. They've done so many things that, would constitute an act of war against us. I mean, USS Liberty, Lebanon Affair. I mean, I can go on and on and on and on and on.
Maxwell.
But, I think they knew about 9/11. I think they had JFK assassinated. The first thing that he wanted to do, right before he died was, make APAC a foreign entity, and not allow them to have nukes. And then all of a sudden this fucking guy's dead. And Jack Ruby, who is Jack Rubenstein, I mean, it's just and then you just, I don't know, man, I can't ignore all the shit that they've done. They sold our secrets. Netanyahu lied to us about weapons of mass destruction. We fought all these fucking wars. My friends have died over there. Me too. And I just look at what they provided us with, and it's fucking, it's not nothing. It's like a negative, it's not, even if they just didn't do jack shit, that would be, bad, but they've actually done things to hurt us over and over and over again. So this whole thing of they're our greatest allies, just complete fucking bullshit. And, we send them $100 billion, then they send APAC $100 million, and then they distribute it to our politicians, and every politician is a little fucking APAC handler walking around and telling them what to fucking say and how to vote. And it's just look, I'll donate $100,000 to politicians, and they call me up hey, you need anything? Every week. I don't need shit. I fucking sit on my ass. I don't do anything. I don't care. I'm going
to be honest. I hate reviewing Dan Bilzerian videos because I don't have shit to say. He said everything in my head.
Breaking any laws. I don't need any favors. I just gave it to him because I didn't want to see any more fucking retard, Democrats in there. So, but that's 100,000. What does 100 million buy you? How many fucking phone calls do those guys get? And so I just know how it works. And the system is broken. These people get into office and they don't have very much money, and they get out of office with fucking tens or hundreds of millions of dollars. It's not a fucking accident, right?
Is that an Israel thing, or is that anybody? Because China's doing the same thing.
China doesn't have they don't have an APAC. Israel is the only one that has a fucking a lobby in the U.S. fucking giving these politicians money.
And they're about to be part of our military. Watch what our Congress is going to do. You know how many of them go to Hasbara meetings?
Okay, no. Every country, the big ones, all have lobbyists. They all have lobbying that they're doing.
Not in the U.S. They're registered as foreign entities.
Right. I mean, if you're talking about, are you going to the dual citizenship part with Israel, Israel?
That's another problem is a lot of our politicians have far more allegiance to Israel than they do the United States. I mean, that's a whole nother issue as well.
Do you know why they did the dual citizenship? Do you know the history behind why they did the dual citizenship?
Don't care.
What do you mean?
So the whole concept of dual citizenship was because when Israel became a, country again, they didn't want the people from here who wanted to go back to Israel that didn't have a motivation to go if they were going to lose their citizenship here. So that was the reason why they did it. It was kind of okay.
Still shouldn't be able to run for a Congress, Senate, or presidency, though, should you? You shouldn't be able to have allegiances to two countries and still be paid to serve one country.
You're your own country. We kind of need some of you guys to move over there to help the country out. Yeah, but I'm not going to go. Why are you not going to go? Am I going to lose my citizenship here? But you are. I mean, we don't do that. Every other country, you got to, I don't want to lose my citizenship. Well, okay, how about if we do this? How about if we allow you, just Israel, to go back to your country, you won't lose your citizenship? That was the arrangement at the beginning why they did it that way.
No, look, I get it. I have 3 citizenships. You know what I mean? I think it's okay. I think
I
What's
don't.
the third one? I know Armenia, but what's the
St. Kitts.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't have an issue with dual citizenship. My issue is when somebody is holding a U.S.
like it.
office and they are putting a foreign nation's interest before America's interest, and they are favoring that other country. And so that to me is treason. Like when you are a U.S. government official, your motivation should be to do things in the best interest of the government that you are representing, not some other
100%.
fucking foreign country.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
that's the problem.
Okay, so but go through it. So what is the solution? Meaning, if Israel's the enemy, then if let's just say you don't do anything and everybody in the Middle East unites to take out Israel, do you think the Middle East is better without Israel? And do you think the world's a safer place without
Yes.
Israel?
100%. It's not even close.
Okay, tell me why. Why do you think?
Give me an argument.
How many wars would we have stayed out of if they weren't there? How many wars would we have saved all that money we wasted in Iraq, Afghanistan, now Iran, Libya? How much money would we have saved? How much better would our country be if we had that money to pay for infrastructure, to pay for education, to pay for better schools, to pay for anything here? How much better would our country be?
Otherwise, please,
but
give me one argument why the world would be better off with Israel. Let's just start with that. One thing. Give me one thing.
Have you ever lived in the Middle East?
No.
I lived there for 10 and a half years. It's a very it's not as like here. You can sit here, you can be an atheist, you can be an agnostic, I can be a Christian, you can be a Jew, you can be an LDS, Muslim.
Yeah, you can be all those in Israel if you want to get spit on every day.
No problem. We can coexist here. You can do that in Israel. You can do that.
I mean, not really. They're operating apartheid right now. So everybody's not living equally.
Not at the level of Iran. Not at the level of what Iran is.
No, Iran does not have laws that say you can be murdered for this crime, but if you're from our persuasion, you can't be murdered for that crime. That's very, very different, and Iran doesn't do that.
Let's do one. I mean, in Iran, if you're thinking what Israel is doing out of control, do you know how much money Khamenei's families made? Do you know how much money they have 200?
I've never been to Iran, but I've been to Dubai, I've been to Saudi, I've been to UAE. So and they're all Muslim. They seem to be operating.
Yeah, go to Dubai.
I would say Iran's slightly different than, but go back to it. So okay, so you think the Middle East and the world would be a better place if Israel didn't exist?
Yes.
Okay.
Israel's committed, so many terrorist attacks.
Do you think the people of Gaza would think it would be a better place if Israel wasn't around? I think they'd be much happier.
They're stealing land right now. They're operating in apartheid. They're currently committing a genocide on Palestinians. Like, do you believe in the genocide they're committing?
I think they're.
This is like he's just trying not to see it. One country in the Middle East fights with every country around them. Yeah, I think it would be a safer and more comfortable place if that country that couldn't get along with any of its neighbors wasn't around. I definitely feel that way.
Fighting for themselves and they're defending themselves.
Do you think that's defense?
Well,
when 1,200 people died, of which the 1,200 you've killed and admitted that you've killed a lot during, your Hannibal.
I will tell you this. The part I question where people who are Jewish can't stand when I say this, I don't know how you, Netanyahu, claim you have the best intelligence in the world, Mossad, and you didn't know that on October 7th they were attacking
you about it. They didn't. They wanted it to happen, so they had a reason to take that. Yeah, they wanted a reason to take the land.
I totally get it.
And they killed their own citizens. And they claimed that all these people got raped. That was bullshit. They claimed beheaded babies. That was bullshit. Everything that they said was a fucking complete. Not only was it a lie, but they committed all those atrocities themselves to the Palestinians and been caught doing it. In fact, they just got caught gang raping Palestinians. How many babies have they killed? All the things that they.
And they let dogs do that to them too. That was also part of that.
Accuse the Palestinians of, or Hamas of, or whatever, they are guilty of 100-fold themselves.
So you
and they've been doing that. Like October 7th wasn't the start of this. Like the start of this was Nakba. They've done so many.
I don't disagree. Yeah, I don't disagree.
Yeah, so I mean, this is not like it's not like October 7th is like. Just all of a sudden they just came over, they were unsolicited and just killed people. Like they have been killing Palestinians for years and years, operating two sets of justice. It's like they have the justice for the Palestinians, the justice for the Israelis. And if you read the Talmud, like, you know, if you're not Jewish, you're basically not a human. You're like, you know, like cattle. If a Jew is, you know, is killed by, you know, somebody that's not Jewish, then it's the death penalty. If a Jew kills somebody that's not a Jew, then, you know, you can't kill them. It's not the death penalty. Like they literally like segregate in their Bible.
They're very protective of themselves. I don't think anybody can debate that. I don't think it's a.
Well, it's not the problem isn't that they're protective of themselves. The problem comes when you think that you're better than other people, and you think it's okay to lie to anybody that's not a Jew. You think it's okay to steal from people that are not a Jew. You have two sets of standards. The problem with that is it allows you to rationalize anything, right? And human beings are generally self-serving creatures. So if your fundamental religious belief system allows you to operate in such a way that you believe there isn't consequences to stealing from other people, killing other people, you know, raping, you know, kids that are under 9 years old, like if you think those things are okay, then, you know, how are you going to operate? Because to me, like my moral code keeps me on track.
I don't think that's what it is. I don't think it's because you're saying it one-sided. You're not telling the other side of the story on what they're doing either. You're not saying what Hamas did. You're not saying what they did.
What did Hamas do?
I mean, from day one, when you see the rapes and the videos, we've all seen it. This isn't something
what rapes and videos?
But stay on this here if you want to continue with this.
No, but what rapes and videos?
But my concern when you're saying Israel's doing it, you're saying the other side isn't doing anything.
No, but I'm asking. There was no rapes during October 7th. They've shown no rapes from October 7th. They showed no beheaded babies. All that was all bullshit.
I'll send you stuff. No, there's plenty of stories. It's not all of them.
The Israeli articles that I saw recently said that there was only 2 babies killed. One was shot by a bullet, and the other one died in a hospital. There was no babies in ovens. There's no beheaded babies. All that was all bullshit.
Okay, so go back to the part when you said they think they're better than you. You believe that Jews think they're
Let's just move past my misinformation.
better than everybody else.
It says it in their Bible.
Okay, but you believe they're better than everybody else. Okay.
I didn't say they're better than everybody else.
They think.
According to their scripture.
Okay, but what if...
And if you look at how they
Patrick doesn't know that they're the chosen people. They've been chosen by God 3,000 years ago.
operate, right? Like they literally caught people raping Palestinian prisoners, and there was riots. But the riots weren't because they were raping the prisoners. The riots were because they felt like they had the right to rape the fucking prisoners. That's why they almost had a fucking civil war, because they felt like they had the right to rape these prisoners. They felt like that was okay because they weren't Jewish. So
pretty soon that'll be our military too. It'll be what would be intertwined. Thanks, Congress.
You know, when you have a society that operates like that, you're going to have fucking problems. And they're not the fucking most moral army. That's all fucking bullshit. And, you know, everything that they say, it's just like almost like, listen, when somebody lies to me, like if you lie to me, I'm not probably going to trust you again. You lie to me a second time, I'm definitely not going to trust you. You lie to me a third time, and I let you lie to me the third time, I'm the fucking idiot. These motherfuckers have lied like 10,000 times. So, like, I don't believe anything they say anymore.
I come from a place of, I don't sit here expecting you to tell me 100% the truth. I don't sit here thinking, yeah, Dan's going to tell me.
I don't sit here expecting you to tell me the truth. So I'm anticipating lies when I deal with Israel. That's what you need to do? That's good. Good policy.
100% the truth with whatever he has in his life. I don't expect that from you because I don't expect people to walk on water. That's not my expect. I'm going to live my life. I'm going to live it with my life, but
I expect people to lie to me about having nuclear missiles. I expect that.
You can't think that China's going to tell us the truth, or Iran tells us the truth, or U.S. tells everybody the truth, or you think any country is going to tell us 100% the truth. But
then why would you be allies with them? Why would you go fight wars for them? Why would you send them billions of dollars every year? Why would you do all these things? I almost said Pierce.
I don't know, man. I got a different moral code. Like in gambling,
it's not about
but in gambling,
that's bad when I start like thinking of you along the lines of Pierce Morgan. Patrick Bet David now is a Pierce Morgan.
Business, like with my friend group, like you lie one time, you welch on a debt, you do one thing.
In friendship, though.
I'm just saying, my friends, people that I know, people that I do business with, people I gamble with, like
it's the same thing I have as well. It's the same thing most people have. There's a difference between on the personal side than on the countryside. So you're America first. Is it fair to say you're America first? Okay. How do you feel about the protesting and the rioting going on in schools, academia, Harvard, Columbia, when you've seen all the stuff that's going on, Free Palestine, Gays for Gaza, when you see that, what do you think about it? Does it do anything to you, or you're like, let me support him?
I mean, I think it's pretty funny that it wasn't a problem until it was against Israel. It wasn't a problem with BLM. It was fucking encouraged with
There's
BLM.
always a problem with
Bullshit. They fucking encouraged it. They let them burn down police stations.
The vice president fucking bailed them out of jail. What are you talking about?
There was no
For me-
repercussions.
Nah, I'm not talking mainstream.
No, I'm talking about our government, our media encouraged that shit, right? They encouraged it when it was BLM. Like, they literally burnt down police stations and it was fine. The mayor came out and was like, no problem, no arrests, no big deal. We don't give a fuck.
Right.
Mostly peaceful.
Take down statues, destroy buildings, burn cop cars, do whatever you want to do. But the moment it was Israel, now all of a sudden,
Why do you think they were
students
okay with
get
that?
the shit beat out of them? They get arrested, they get pepper sprayed, they get fucking maced, and those are peaceful protests. BLM was not peaceful, but it was fine because it wasn't criticizing Israel. What does that tell you?
Let me ask you a question.
Well, we'll answer that. What does that tell you? Who's in charge here?
But you're talking to a guy that I'm not sitting here saying what BLM. I'm talking to you like you and I. I'm not talking to you with $2-3 billion of damage they did to small business owners in communities that African Americans are living in, and who controls mainstream media. And there's only 2 outlets right now. We're talking to a couple of your friends here that were during lunchtime. We're having a conversation while we're having dinner with who controls mainstream media. The left. The only one that's on the right is one. Okay, and that's also going to the left. Who controls CNN, CBS, ABC? That's left. Who controls universities? Left. Who controls schools?
Well, it's like 90 something.
And he's still not getting it. They're all Zionists, though. They're all Zionists.
Percent
Left
Jewish.
versus right.
So-
I mean, we could say left, but it's Jewish if we're being honest.
There you go.
Not necessarily, because even right now, if you think about it, if you think about the right and the left, okay, who's taking the biggest hit with losing Jewish voters? Because most Jews vote left. They're not voting on the right.
Jewish
But
vote is irrelevant. They're like 2% of the population.
the
Who
money,
cares?
but the money that they vote with their money.
I mean, yeah, but like at the end of the day, I think how much money goes into these campaigns isn't going to dictate as much as when you have a president that's like potentially getting assassinated. Like those are the drivers. I mean, Kamala Harris is a drunken school teacher. Like she can't even like formulate a coherent sentence. I mean, I don't know. The idea of voting for her just seems crazy. My biggest criticism of Trump is his support of Israel. I mean, aside from that,
Why do you think he's supporting Israel?
because of money. That's why they all fucking support Israel. Money.
Well, you said it's not about money a minute ago.
Well, he wants money. I mean, these politicians are run. I mean, there's 2 reasons to run for president.
Right.
Because you're a good person and you want to do good.
Okay.
Or because you want fucking money
Sure.
and fame. That's it. It's the only reason somebody would join
You're a
president.
good person,
Or you want money and fame.
and fame.
That's it.
2 reasons why you run.
Why else would you
Why
run
do you
for
think
president?
Trump's reason is?
Money and fame?
You think he wants money and fame?
100%.
You think Trump's running because he wants money and fame?
100%.
He has money. He is famous.
He wants people to love him. He wants attention. I mean, he was doing like reality shows for Christ's sakes. Like he wants more money.
I totally get it, but you think he is more, he is, how much you think it matters for Trump to be liked?
I think he wants people to like him.
Okay,
Yeah.
so if that's the case,
Agreed.
he should have never ran, because ever since he ran, people don't like him.
I get it.
Where,
Well, I mean, but that's the fame is like that. I mean, fame is polarizing. Like,
There's a big difference.
there's very few people that become famous that don't have people hate them. I mean, it comes with the territory. Like, if you want to be loved, you're going to be hated as well. It's just that's the
in
way.
2014, he could have been invited to Beyonce and Jay-Z's party in 2014. In 2014, he would have been invited to,
The freak offs. He could have gone to the freak offs. Wouldn't that have been great?
with NAACP in 20. He went to everything. So
One thing to be invited to parties, another thing to have international
No, I'm
status
talking from
and,
the
and
left
legacy,
side.
and I mean,
So the reason why I brought the money side with Jews. So who do you think the recent event with October
There's been 47 presidents, but there'll only be one Antichrist.
7 hurt more, the left or the right, politically?
October 7th. What do you mean?
Israel, Hamas, like this whole back and forth. Which political party you think has lost more, taken a bigger hit with their position they've taken with the Jews?
I mean, they're both pro-Israel. So I don't think it's a left against the right when it comes to Israel, and that's like what people think is like. But it's just a distraction. Like they're both pro-Israel. They're both. I mean, fucking Biden's giving Israel shitloads of money. Like, what do you mean? Trump's going to give shitloads of money. Trump's going to fucking go to war.
There hasn't been a non-Zionist president since Kennedy. And I think that's because they all learned their lesson from Kennedy.
With Iran. What are you talking about? They're both fucking.
You think Trump's going to go to war with Iran?
He said he's going to.
No, it's his way of saying to not go to war.
He puts he's going to
the same way he said with everybody else that he was going to push them. Or more didn't happen. He said,
I mean, I don't know. I feel like he said that he was going to.
So now let me ask you. So who would you vote for today? It doesn't sound like you're voting for anybody.
I mean, if I had to choose between those two, Trump for sure. I don't even think it's close. I mean, Kamala's half a fucking retard. And she pushes.
That's an easy question. They're both Zionists, so they're going to do the same Zionist shit. But one of them is at least going to let me be able to get on the internet and not be censored in that way. And they probably would have both done the anti-Semitism censoring. You know, they're both Zionists, so what's it matter?
You know, all this woke left ideology is just nonsense. Like, I mean, she's a fucking complete moron. Not that Trump is like a super genius either, but like light years past her. I mean,
and she's a woman. Who's going to vote for a fucking woman?
I mean, she was like one of the most hated people. Like, how she even got the fucking nomination is beyond me. Like, how they didn't give it a big mic is crazy. Like,
you ever heard of? You're so funny. You ever heard of eugenics?
Eugenics?
Eugenics. Eugenics. You ever heard of that? Okay. You ever seen MIT stats showing that Ashkenazi Jews IQ is the highest IQ
about
in
a
the
year
world?
old.
You ever heard about that or not?
I believe it. It's up there. Yeah. Yeah. I've seen the IQ studies. Yeah.
What do you think about that? The fact that they have a higher IQ. How do you process that information?
What do you mean?
You have a pretty high IQ.
We have to be more careful. That's what that means.
Right. I mean, I don't know what the score is. I've seen some, what's this? I've read it multiple different places. What's the score you've got?
I don't know. I mean, I was in the 99th percentile when I was in 8th grade and got accepted to Duke on a scholarship. I mean, I've tested okay. I'm a smart guy.
Okay.
I get it,
but do you think the part about like, okay, I'm a Syrian and I'm Armenian. And then I'm born in Iran and I'm living in America. Armenians, try bring them together. It's tough. They're divided. Assyrian.
I don't know about that. Go to Glendale, buddy.
No, I lived in Glendale for 6
What do you mean? They're pretty. I mean, every Armenian that I ever meet is like, bro, you're Armenian. It's like, I've seen.
The pride is right.
Yeah, I've seen more Armenian pride than any other.
Yeah, but you're talking, these guys are coming to you. You have different types of Armenians, right? And even right now in Armenia with what they're going through with, Pashinyan and some of the political stuff. You were there in 2018 with your brother and your dad when you guys went there and got your citizenship. But Assyrians, they're divided. It's the older, the church, the club, the this, the that. You can't unite these guys together, right? The closest thing I'll say with Jews, the level of unity that they have is Muslims and Mormons. Mormons are super united. Muslims are super united. And Jews are super united. That's one part that they have the edge. But then if you look at their IQ, and if somebody's IQ is higher, they're generally going to make better decisions in business, if that is correct, right? If IQ is correct.
Is that where so you think that the
Asians have higher IQs. Why don't they hate us to go fight all their wars? Since we're just the stupid Americans who listen to these geniuses.
That 6 out of the 10 richest people in America are Jewish. I think it's just IQ related.
You think they started off with money when they started creating their wealth?
They get interest-free loans from other Jews. What are you talking about?
I think if you look at college admissions and you look at how many Jews get admitted versus how many whites, they lump themselves in a separate category. And 75% of college, what is it? 75% is Jewish.
Of what? Admissions?
I
don't know the exact.
The college executives. What Ivy League.
The number I have is, in the world, there's 267 Jewish billionaires. That's 10% of all the billionaires, while they're only 0.2% of the world, right? So that's a 5% overrepresentation in America.
Wait, you're saying they're 2%? They're not 2% of the world. They're 0.02. If
that's why I said 0.2.
No, they're not. I think it's 0.02.
If you do 9 billion, they have roughly 15 million people. Okay. So 0.2% of 8 billion is like 16 million, and that's what they have.
Okay.
Yeah,
Not 2%.
No, we're saying the same thing. We're saying the same thing. So in U.S., 132 Jewish billionaires out of 756. 17% of billionaires in America are Jewish. Mm-hmm. Did that happen accidental? Is that because they work together? Is that a bad thing? Is that something?
It's like he's just now figuring out that a lot of the elites that we're talking about, who are always getting into our shit and ruining things for us normal people and making laws that only apply to us and not to them, he's just now realizing a lot of them are Jewish.
Where, it's kind of like saying, when Tom Brady was playing in the NFL, the guy was freaking hated. It's like, oh, Deflategate, or this, or they did this, or they did that.
I don't care that like 90% of sports are black or whatever the fucking statistic is. I don't give a shit if Jews have all the money. I really don't care. I don't care if they run Hollywood. Like, my issue is like,
I care, but that's because I want a good movie again. I haven't seen a funny movie since Tropic Thunder.
Culpability with the people that are pushing these fucking bullshit narratives. The media is mostly Jewish, and the media is pushing this fucking DEI.
Yeah.
They're pushing this trans bullshit. They're pushing they push the COVID fucking shit. Right.
Which proves that the brainwashing is even more important than the money. They will go out, they will lose money on $1 billion movie just to sink that brainwashing in.
Right. So all I'm saying is I want you to be responsible for what you're in charge of. I don't care if it's the purple people in charge of the banks. I don't care if it's the fucking green people in charge of the fucking media. No, but dude, hear me out. I don't care who the fuck it is. I'm saying if the media is the green people and they're pushing COVID and they're pushing DEI, they're pushing transgenderism and they're pushing racism and they're pushing division and they're pushing a degradation of fucking moral fiber, I'm mad at the green people. Right? You see what I'm saying? I don't give a shit who it is. I'm saying who is in charge should have some responsibility.